So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9. Motion man is Schwartz. On play action, here's Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing Nix. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
11.
Now a run. It's the rookie from Oklahoma. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now it's Nix. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Anthony Schwartz, 82 yards. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Under. Hey, uno. Nike taxi.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud. And it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Slot man moves right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Nix to the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Brandon Smith with a nice rush to get him down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Nash. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
This 2nd and 4.
37-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Stroud. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Why Tony?
Stroud. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now they'll shift things around. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third down and 13. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dalvin Tomlinson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
To throw, here's Nix.
This pass complete to Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw. Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Off the play fake. Nix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better Did she just throw the pick six?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun. Nix. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers in the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Nix from the shotgun.
Throw left side to Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Walker will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Nash. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Stroud and company going for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give for Walker running right.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Nix. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going. It's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. They'll look to throw again.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Two yards to go, 2nd down. Motion man is Schwartz.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
In motion, the tight end.
Now Stroud. Right back to Njoku.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Stroud looking to throw.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Stroud working out of the gun. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Throwing Nix. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Anthony Schwartz
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Lutz with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, some strong running.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
On the quick, right?
The throwing again is Stroud.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hey, uno. Under.
Stroud to throw it.
Shark's got it left side.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Throwing now is Stroud.
He's got it. Touchdown. David Njoku. As the first half is winding down.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Nix to the air.
He's going to go up top again.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had the Tucker roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The kick by Lutz is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
On play action, here's Nix.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
To throw is Nix.
Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Hamler now on the return.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Here's Stroud.
Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
He's on his way.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Browns 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Robbie.
And Stroud now to throw.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Go.
Now it's Nix.
And this one taken in on the right side. Not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout. To throw, here's Nix.
And now another one thrown incomplete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, it's Nash. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Stroud and company going for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Here we go.
47-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard
Now
line.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
In motion right, that's Dell. Stroud will look to throw once more. To the right side and caught by Dell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Tank Dell.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Nick's going to tap this forward.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
From the 25, here's 2nd down at 7. Here's Nix. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Nix.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Browns 21. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Tony. Oh, ready.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
An audible here to get a new look. He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Oh, ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Nash, 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud looking to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Stroud.
That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Tank Dell with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Buffalo 18.
Throwing Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Denver. Powerful running. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They're going. It's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does, if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
We have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Open man right side is Shark. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Stroud out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 57 yards.
And the Browns get a bit closer.
Eluding the pressure right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for two here.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Nix to the air.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
46 yards.
And the Broncos up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Browns 34. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
and not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here's Stroud.
And now here is another interception.
And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw is Nix. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked, too. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he can.
That's caught inside the 20.
He's got the first down and potentially a lot more.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Fighting his way through contact.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. He can't get him down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Nash. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Nash. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Nash. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
And Stroud now to throw.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point, on the road no less, in the wild card round, and they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down and 8.
36-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Running right, here's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the stick.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
11.
Stroud.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
The Broncos going to continue on as we say so long, everybody, and thanks for watching.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
My jersey.